Welcome to Behind the Badge with your special guest, Lieutenant Williams, your news source for all things police in the city of Fond du Lac.
It's now time for Behind the Badge on Fond du Lac today. Lieutenant Williams is in the studio, and Lieutenant, you brought a guest with us today. Before we start talking about the guest, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Our new hires that we talked to, they're doing very good out there on the road. So if you guys get a chance to see them, say hi. And our kickoff, we finally advertised on Facebook for our YouTube page, so you can watch our first episode on YouTube now. You can see what we look like, unfortunately, maybe, or fortunately.
Face for radio. That's the reason I'm in the radio business.
Yes, and the energy drink thing is on there as well. But my special guest today is very special. In fact, he is the one that took over my very special job at Sabish for me, the school resource officer from Sabish Middle School, Jesse Pimentel.
Jesse, appreciate you joining us this morning on Behind the Badge.
Well, thanks for having me.
And as we hop right into Behind the Badge, plenty of different topics, right? We've hit on Lieutenant Williams, but today, something that's great for the community and how you guys are giving back at the police station.
Yeah, one of the things that we are really focusing, we've always focused on this, but we're actually putting a higher emphasis on is community engagement. Mm-hmm. And Officer Pimentel here has been involved for the last couple of years about this program. I'll let him talk about it.
Okay. So every year we join up with local businesses and we run a Christmas Adopt a Family program through our chaplains program, which is funded primarily through Cops for Kids Foundation. So we collect food, toy donations, gift cards, money, different resources to bag the items and things like that. And then we select one day where we package all those items up and we deliver the food and gifts, toys for the kids directly to their homes. And it's been really successful. It's been a program that I've been a part of for the last 3 or 4 years as the kind of coordinator for our police department. I've seen it grow quite a bit as the word gets out a little bit more. We get a lot more businesses and community members that want to be a part of the program, and it's really come a long way, and we're able to help support the families that need it the most this time of year, which is something that's really important to all of us.
Now, how many families are you guys helping out currently? Or I guess last year, how many families did you guys help out?
We cap it at 75. Okay. We found that too many more than that, then it's difficult to manage. Definitely. And things like that. But sometimes for the families to get the full food, toys, gift cards, and things like that, we do cap it at 75. But if a family comes in that's really in need of some support, then we'll try to get something together for them, at least on some level, so they don't go without completely.
And again, this is the Police Christmas Adopt a Family. Looks like the deadline for names to be submitted is today, and then the date and time is Wednesday, December 22nd, when you guys will be delivering the food.
Yes. We are collecting donations and items from the community members and businesses up until the day before, right. Even. But we do have to cap it at 75, and I have to reach out to each and every family, make sure they're available. So we need those names before that, so that way we can plan and account for, make sure that we have the right supplies for everybody that's going to be in the program. Because even though we get 75 families, some families have 5 or 6 kids. Right. Some may have 1 or 2, and we got to make sure that we have enough for all the kids. So we'll be collecting donations, like I said, right up until the date that we do it. Some of the businesses that we really rely a lot on and we get a lot of support from are Festival, PetSmart, Holiday Automotive, the Cellar District, Fleet Farm, and there's a lot of others that we utilize through the Cops for Kids Foundation. Will purchase gift cards from Save-A-Lot. Okay. We also get pool passes from the Parks Department for the older teenage kids. And also even movie passes from Odyssey Movie Theater here in Fond du Lac.
Awesome. You love how the community all comes together, help out those that want to have a great Christmas otherwise. So those that want to make donations, they want to help you guys out, what's the way they can go about helping you guys?
I would say probably the easiest way is to just contact the police department, mention this program. They know that if you can mention me specifically, Officer Pimentel, then that's even better. But they know who's the person that's in charge of it, so they will forward you either to my voicemail or if email is the best, then I can reach out, follow back up with those individuals that want to either help out or from a financial perspective, or if they want to donate toys, things like that. So that's probably the easiest way, is just reach out to the police department and mention the program.
Awesome. Absolutely love it. The Fond du Lac Police Department Christmas Adopt a Family. It's behind the badge on News Talk 1450 KFIZ. Again, the deadline is today if you know a family that could use some help. But if you want to make a donation, you have now until December 21st, probably about.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
some of the cool things that this program offers is the one thing is the food. You talk about the families in need out there, and there's a lot of adopt a family, and they focus on gifts. Well, this one is kind of like the best of both worlds, because it actually does both. And those are the families that truly need it when they're just so thankful for food. And I volunteered for this before, back when good old Officer Ray, Officer Pecor, was running this program, and I was at one point helped out with delivering gifts.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, this is exactly what Santa Claus feels like. Literally, when you see the appreciation in people's faces, when you drop off these gifts that maybe they're going through tough times or just can't get their feet under them, and you help them out, it really is the true meaning of what this season is for right now. And this program is such a great program. Not only is it a way for the community to reach out to the community members that need it the most, it's also a way for officers to get involved with their community, to know, and the families that are brought up, the 75 families you talk to, are brought up by people that know, like people that law enforcement come in contact with, and they're like, hey, I just came in contact with this family and they need help. And so they give these names to Officer Pimentel, who says, hey, this is a good candidate for this program. So it's truly going where it's needed the most, because we're seeing on the road, our officers or our school resource officers seeing firsthand where that need is and be able to supply for that need. So all around, it's a lot of work. Officer Pimentel probably doesn't sleep at any time before Christmas here.
No.
Because there is so much work associated with it, but he does a good job with this program, and it is a very worthwhile program.
When I took over this program from Officer Pico when he retired, I understood what the program was, but I didn't understand everything that went into it behind the scenes, and it is a tremendous amount of work. But because we actually will pack all these items up and deliver them in police cars or related type vehicles, right. And when I first went out to deliveries, seeing the appreciation, tears, hugs from some of the families receiving those items, it really made it 100% worthwhile to put all the work into it. So, and as far as the food goes, Festival gives us a lot of donations. We get so we'll basically put together everything you need to make a holiday meal, and we package those up and bring those to the family's home. So if they want to make a holiday meal, they'll have everything that they need. If we do get names of families and they don't want to participate, so I call all the families ahead of time, and if they want to be a part of it, or if they choose not to, that's fine. I've had some families say, you know what, there's probably other families out there that need it more than I do. Please pay it forward to them, and that's perfectly all right as well. So it doesn't hurt to get names to come in. If they don't want to be a part of it, then they'll let me know. So
awesome. And again, this is Christmas Adopt a Family with the Fond du Lac Police Department. But that's not the only thing you guys work on this holiday season.
Yeah, this other thing has been going on for quite some time, and a lot of people might recognize the old Shop with the Cop. It's kind of changed face a little bit, but it's primarily put on by the county, which we assist with, and they do a lot of. They're basically Deputy Tackett is the Jesse Pimentel of the Shop with the Cop, with some help from Deputy Weed, who is a former police officer for the city as well. But they do a lot of work, and this is a great program. I've actually done this one several times. Where you have kids and they come in by the busload, like literally by the busload, and they get like a slice of pizza, and they have a list, and they get so much money, and they actually get to do the shopping.
Okay.
So an officer is paired up with a child, and they get to shop side by side with a kid, and they shop for their family. Like, can you imagine that as a kid? Like, you get this money, and this is more money than a lot of these kids see, and it restores your faith in the world, because they want to buy stuff for their family. Mm-hmm. They're not looking at the shelves for themselves. And when you say, hey, you can get something for yourself, or hey, you can, because they also have items like coats and hats and things like that that they can just get, and they all get a free item for themselves. And they don't even want that. They want to get more stuff for their siblings and their family, and they're allowed to shop for them. So what a great experience. Now, unfortunately, because of COVID, we haven't had the interaction last year. We weren't able to have the kids with us, which the part of it, and I missed that part of it. But I also like, if you guys, I'm old, but if you guys remember the show Supermarket Sweep,
okay,
that is basically how I feel like when they give me a list of toys, and I see how fast I can complete the list and come back and then grab another family list and do that over and over again. So I'm very competitive. That's how I treat that. We just did, I just helped my kids out with the Sabish Elf project, which was the same thing. We went shopping. Okay. That was the same thing. We got lists, and I'm going to see how fast I can get through this store and complete the list. So there's a lot of good programs going on. The Shop with a Cop has gone on for a while. You'll see county there. You're going to see probation, parole, Department of Corrections, all nearby agencies, North Fond du Lac, Ripon, State Patrol. It's amazing. For one, it's just a great thing where all of this law enforcement communities can come together and do something that's so supportive of the community. I mean, it shows that we care, and we do care. And this is the future of our community here. And if we have that chance to either steer them down the right path or make that connection with them, so that we're more approachable, or they feel like they can be comfortable with us, so that if they need to report a serious crime, that they can, then we're definitely going to do that. And this program helps us do that.
It looks like this event's going to be taking place next Thursday, December 9th?
Yep. Next Thursday, December 9th. So I would not suggest
going to Walmart
at that time.
It gets a little wild.
Yeah, especially if you're shopping for toys or something like that. Because, there's going to be a lot going on. And I'll be honest, for as much disorganization it is actually very well organized. Mm-hmm. Deputy Tackett and we do a very good job kind of keeping things going, keeping things running, and they have certain registers that are dedicated just for checking out the people, and it is very well done. I hope next year the kids can come back, because that is the ultimate goal. That's what we want, that interaction, and it's fun because you go on an adventure with that child, and it's a shopping adventure, but it's still an adventure. Sometimes just trying to get them to talk and say what they want and this and that is tough.
And I've been a part of that as well. And I've had kids that I've shopped with during that Shop with the Cop event that I've seen out in the community like 2 years later, mm-hmm. and they're like, "Oh, Mom, there's the officer I did the Shop with the Cop with." So when we talk about impact on children's lives in our community, that's both of these programs are very strong in that area.
You have two great things that the Fond du Lac Police Department's helping out with. Again, it's Christmas, Adopt a Family, and then the other one, Shop with the Cop, is more of a county involvement, but it's a great cause that you guys are helping out with.
Yes. Lots of law enforcement come together. County runs it, but it's been a great program.
Awesome. I appreciate the time this morning, guys, for Behind the Badge. Anything else you want to hit on, Lieutenant Williams, before I let you get out of here?
Nope, awesome. I think we're good to go.
I just want to say thank you and thank the community for all their support with our program, because without them and without Cops for Kids, this program wouldn't be possible.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Talk to you next Friday, Lieutenant Williams.